Well, it's the 20th of January and it's just about time for a seedling update. Well, it is time for a seedling update. And I've just brought my little peppers in. I'm only doing 6 super early peppers. The next succession of peppers are just chitting at the moment and just starting to show roots. It's a bit chilly in here actually, so I won't take long. And I've got my early tomatoes here, and I won't be planting these, they're too big. I'll just be taking side shoots off these, and these are actually side shoots off my autumn plants. So yeah, I'm quite excited to get on with the tomatoes, but I don't want to be too early because I won't be bringing them in here until April. Still quite a long way away, although time flies when you're having fun. So what else have I got? I've got some radishes, I'm just about to plant those out. Some brassicas there and some wild rocket. I've got some wild rocket up there actually that sort of got infested by little scaly insects. So I don't think that's going to pull through. So I sowed some more. The parsley's just starting to break surface there, and still in the conservatory I've got my celery. But yeah, lots of other things on the side tables, but I'm going to start up high because I just want to talk about the strawberries. So these are my C-scale strawberries there, and they are my super earlies. So they're the ones I should be eating in April. But in order to practically eat them in April, what I really need to do is get them inside the house and put them under grow lights for, I don't know, about 10 days, something like that, maybe 2 weeks. I've got that short window of time now where my grow lights are free before I need them again. So I'll just use them to do that. Just break dormancy, they'll burst into growth, get lots of new foliage, and then I'll move them into the conservatory and they'll stay in there probably until they set fruit, and then they'll be in this greenhouse. So yeah, quite excited for that because I do love strawberries. And then my next batch. So once I've broken dormancy on these, then I'll break dormancy on those, and they'll come, you know, 3 or 4 weeks later, something like that. I've got lots of successions of strawberries because I like to have strawberries all the way through from April to October. They are the kind of most sprayed of the fruits, but they're also one of my favourite fruits. So I don't tend to buy them though in the shops. I only grow my own, which is why I'm prepared to sort of mess around with them a little bit. So I've got those up there. I've got some new strawberry runners up there, and I've got some just little bits and pieces of spinach that we've been eating over winter, and obviously it's still winter now, but by the time we get to February, the spinach on the allotment starts to grow again, so I won't really need that. So that's really just for one more picking before the end of the month. And yeah, loads and loads of stuff on these trestle tables now. So I've got brassicas down there. Basically, these are kind of my leftovers. Most of my brassicas have been planted in the ground now after my winter lettuces. I've got just a few more just to fill one more bed, and then I'm pretty much done. So a lot of these are spares. I do like to have lots of spares. Anybody who follows my channel knows I tend to have lots of spares, partly because it's just nice to have the resilience that comes with having spares, but it's nice just to be able to share them with other people as well. And next up, I've got some next batch of salad onions. I'm going to interplant those into lettuces, and hopefully I should be picking those about, let me think, April time, maybe May time, depending on which bed they're going in. I've got some lettuces here. I've got loads and loads of lettuces on the allotment, but the leaf quality at this time of year is not great. So by the time you get to the middle of February, it really picks up. So basically I've got 1 tray of lettuce there for the rest of January. and I've got one tray of lettuce there for the first week in February. And then, as I say, the allotment lettuces kind of pick up in quality because they're getting enough light energy in there to really help with leaf growth and health and vigour and crunch and all of that. And so that's enough for me. So I did just quickly want to tell you about something new that I'm doing. I've set up a new Substack and it's called Greenways, and it's about a new idea that I'm kind of just trying to popularise really, which is about a national network of greenways. And there's loads of lovely essays, nice pictures. AI's helped me a lot with the pictures because I'm not that great an artist. And yeah, I mean, I'm really interested in it. I've got a bad back at the moment, so it's been my bad back project for the last 3 days, sort of putting that together. So if you're interested at all in the whole sort of greenways idea, then do take a look at that and like and subscribe and all of that palaver. And of course I've got my other Substack which goes through all the gardening stuff week by week, because it can all be a little bit overwhelming if we don't do that. And yeah, that's the Outgrow Substack, and you'll find a link to both of those down in the description. So then I've got Aquadulce, broad beans. I've got most of my broad beans are coming through, but there's a few gaps where they've just been eaten or just failed to germinate. So just a few there just to fill in those gaps, and a spare tray of peas. My main super early peas are down there and they're growing quite nicely. I don't want them too big at this point in time because otherwise they kind of just outgrow the size of this greenhouse. So that's about right, and hopefully should be eating those sort of around April time. And I've got somewhere my next batch of peas down there. They're not going in the greenhouse or the polytunnel, they're going to go in the ground, and I wrap them up with polythene. So basically I plant them in a mini bed that's only about that wide. It's long and it's got big round poles at the end, and I wrap plastic polythene around those poles with the peas in between, and they grow up between the plastic. And about April time I take the plastic off and they're sort of this sort of height and doing really nicely, and then we're probably picking those in May. So basically when those finish, those will be ready. So what's next? Lettuces. I've got some spare lettuces there to fill gaps where I have losses in my March lettuce bed. And you know, I always get a few losses. I can't really do rotations. I just grow too many things in too small a space to sort of have a strict rotation. So we do get a little bit of loss as a result of that. You know, things like stem rot and things like that, that fungi associated with that kind of builds up in the ground. Not much I can do about it other than have spares. I only lose maybe 10% of them, something like that, so I don't need many spares. That's my next batch of lettuces for sort of late March, April sort of time. Planting one of those after carrots and the other one after red cabbages under cold frames, and they need to be finished. The first batch needs to be finished in time for the onions in April. About 10th of April I plant my onions out, and then the other batch needs to be finished in time for May, which is when I do my winter carrots. It seems really early for winter carrots, but it's a bit of a shady spot, and they grow really slowly, winter carrots. I grow Eskimo, as I say, they're a slow growing variety, but they are just really robust in winter. You know, you never have any losses due to the weather or anything like that. So we're still picking them now. And I've got radishes, winter radishes. There's my next batch of radishes, should be ready. I'll take about half of those, put them in the greenhouse under grow lights. The other half will just go in the polytunnel on the allotment, and they'll come in succession then. Those radishes are really nice though, little cherry bells. These are all French breakfast. And then I've got my early beetroot. Some of those will go in a cold frame. Some of them will go in the polytunnel. The polytunnel ones are the ones that'll be ready first. We'll eat those about early May, something like that. That's just when I start running out of stored beetroot, and we've got loads of beetroot at the moment in the ground as well, so that tends to not last quite as long as a stored beetroot, so that tends to last sort of till March sort of time. Then we switch over to the stored stuff to see us through April, and then we're on to new fresh baby beetroot in May. And I've got some beetroot leaves down there which we put into the salad mixes, and I've got some tatsoi for the salad mixes, some pak choi for the salad mixes, and these again only need to last me for a couple of weeks, because by then I'll switch over to the allotment ones, which will be looking great by the time we get to February. So that, I think, is everything that I've got going on in here. And I'm just losing the light as well, which is why I put the grow lights on. I don't normally have them on when there's this amount of light, but pretty soon it'll be sunset and then the lights will come on, and I'll leave them on for a couple of hours just to top and tail the day basically. And I do keep, at this time of year, I keep the greenhouse frost free. And then once I've got things like the strawberries back in here, and I want the peas to set fruit and things like that, I might increase it to about 6 degrees. And then once I've got the tomatoes and the peppers and the aubergines and the cucumbers and all of that sort of thing in here, that'll be in April, and I'll raise it then to 12 degrees. Costs a lot of money to keep this greenhouse. It's a big greenhouse going at 12 degrees, but it's nothing, literally nothing, by comparison with the value of the harvest. You know, I've done this for 2 years now in this greenhouse, and I think the sort of value of the harvest is about 3 times the cost of keeping the greenhouse at the appropriate temperature. So I never really worry about that now. So I'm going to get these peppers and tomatoes back inside where it's warm, because it's pretty chilly in here at the moment, and I'll see you soon.